And good evening. Thank you for choosing Graps TV and the Sicko Show. I'm your host, the Matty Man. Oh, we got an action-packed night ahead of us. If I read the card right, we've got 7 matches, 4 segments. That's 11 segments that we're going to try to cram into 2 hours. 2 hours of AEW Collision live from California. Well, maybe not live, but you know how it goes, man. Oh my goodness, glad to be back. We had some power issues on Wednesday, slowed us down just a whole lot, and I'm about to crank it up here just a little bit. And we're just about ready to get started here. It is top of the hour right now, and it's Saturday, so you know what that means. It means it's time for Collision. And we're actually going to have one hellacious lucha match tonight that I've got my eyes on here. Harley Cameron's going to be around. Oh, my goodness, my goodness. The Outrunners are going to be around. They're actually going to fight the athletes. Here we go. Yes, it is. All right. Like, comment, share, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Absolutely. All right, we're getting started with the Ops. And welcome back, Pyro. There we go. Jack Benning, Starboy Charlie, and Titus Alexander. Starboy Charlie making his debut tonight again. There we go. And we'll see how everything goes for the rest of the night here. We're looking, we might, if we've got enough people and everybody wants to do it, we'll go ahead and hang around for the Revolution preview as well. What's up, Reese? I see you there, buddy. So, let's see what happens here. I'm not sure this is going to take an awful lot of time here. Hook's going to really just start working this thing out real early. There we go. Hook looking pretty doggone smooth here so far to get the night started off with. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's week been? You know, the weather and everything else. We got a new interview out with Kemper. My brain froze there for a second. We've been working on that all day. Dropped a new interview with that one. Sounds a little bit goofy on it, but you know what? It's the thought that counts, and we got the message out. And every once in a while, you're going to have one like that. And you know what? I didn't want to lose any of the content. Didn't want to drag him back in here and do it all over again because it was just not necessary. And there we go. Meanwhile, we're having all kinds of stuff going on there. What's up, Catherine? What's up? See here. Bear with me just a second while I get everything set up here on my end. Oh boy, what a day, what a day, what a day. It's been going crazy all day, and I'm kind of happy with crazy sometimes, you know? Whoa! Let's see here. Let's get this done here real quick. Letting them work it out here is what we're doing. And here we go. Oof. Ciabatta Bread just laid him out right there. Oh. Look at everybody just. What, good Lord. And that was a pretty quick 3 count. That's how we're going to get this done tonight. Like I said, we got 7 matches. 4 segments. It's going to be nuts tonight. There we go, there we go, there we go. Happy Sunday, Dev. Happy Saturday, I'm sorry. And don't forget, we lose an hour of sleep tonight. If you're in the States, we lose an hour of sleep. If you're overseas, we get 1 hour closer to your time frame. What's up, what's up, what's up, Dev? Uh-oh. Hey, we just busted over 10. There we go. Wow, 32 years. That would have made me about most everybody's age that I talk to these days when he started wrestling. Wow. There we go. There we go. Cope announcing he has to do this. Good Lord. What we got coming up next? Oh, we got Mercedes Moné making her way to the ring right now. Mercedes 4 belts. So my guess is this is indeed taped, and they are at Sacramento, California. This is probably from Wednesday. So I successfully avoided all the spoilers. I have no idea what's going to happen. Who? Oh, okay. All good, Deb. At least you showed up, man. Thanks for jumping in and trying to support. You know what? That's what makes this show work. And I got a real good compliment today from Kemper. Golly, I don't know why it's so hard to remember that. We were sitting there talking for 3 hours. I got a really good compliment from Kemper, and one of these days when we actually start doing a lot more of these. And here comes Serena Deeb. But when I get a minute, I'm going to share that. Apparently, gaining a little bit of traction over there. So I'm pretty much sure that all we're going to do at this point is AEW and the British stuff. That's where I'm at right now, because everything, it's a bit rocky. Oh my gosh. Well, get in where you fit in, Dev. That's pretty much how I say it. You know, it's just that you showed up, I really appreciate it. It was kind of awesome to, it's awesome to get my regular supporters in here. I don't know what kind of numbers we're going to do tonight, and I'm not really worried about it because tomorrow is AEW Revolution. And we're going to be deep in on that one. We're going to be dropping in. There'll be no video. We'll probably try to do some audio or so on and so forth with that. I have it on Triller. If you get the package with Triller, pause, you pick up Dynasty and Revolution for $84.99, which means your top pay would be $50, or if you want to just split it up, you know, basically it's a little over $40 a pop, and they give you Revolution from last year, which if you have Max is really kind of pointless because they have them all now. That's the next thing we're going to be doing. Is we're going to be doing some reviews and stuff on the older pay-per-views. I'm going to be doing that for the main one. Here comes Momo Watanabe with baseball bat in hand. Yeah, enjoy your time with your dad because you know it's just for real. That's a real big thing. If you've got time to spend with your folks, go spend it with your folks. I always say. There we go. Momo Watanabe, Serena Deeb getting ready to lock it up here. I don't think this is going to be a 3-minute match here. Well, I mean, I don't disagree with you on that, Reese, but I don't know what the contract's for in the back here or anything like that. We're almost to 20 viewers. Starting to kind of get everything together here. All right. There we go. Dee working her way around through this thing fairly. She's navigating a pretty complicated set of water right here. Hey, Patricia. Hope everything's going well over there. Hope all is well. We just hit 20 viewers. Thank you. There we go. I don't have a lot of voice tonight because we used a lot of it for the interview. Had a great time with Kemper. If you want to go to the page, check it out. It's pinned to the top of the profile. If you want to go to Grabs TV's homepage, definitely pinned to the top of that profile there. Take a look at it. We're going to load it onto the Wrestle Center page a little bit later on. I just wanted to put it on my main page first. And, yeah, that kind of worked out pretty well. It's possible. I mean, they got a lot going on behind the scenes between New Japan and AEW, so I think that might have something to do with it. I'm not going to swear to it, but I understand where you're coming from on that. It's not a problem. And Serena Deeb basically just runs right through Momo Watanabe. Uh-oh. Got her in a nice little submission hold here. Yeah, I did the same. Catherine. When my dad passed, I was literally there. And the funny part of it is I was trying to get, we were onboarding for Apple at the time, and our final, like my dad passed away at 6 in the morning, and the final was literally at 8 in the morning. Passed away 2 hours before, and that was the weirdest time of my life because I went back to him and I was like, guys, you know, I don't know how to say this. My dad just died. They're like, can you get through the test? And I'm like, no, well, I'll try. Went through it, popped 100 on the test. Only person in the class to make 100. Oof. Solid kick. Yeah, time doesn't wait for anybody on that one. Excuse me. We're trying to keep our voice for the rest of the night because we still got Revolution to do tomorrow. You know, yeah, it's totally wild. Revolution tomorrow. Solid packed card. Let's see if we can't pack the house out for AEW Revolution tomorrow night. I'm going to rest my voice, drink lemon juice, do all the right things. You know, I'm going to get it all right and make sure we get it to that way. Hang on a second. They've gone to commercial. We can still see some of the match. You know how that's going. But, yeah, I mean, I'm going to try to preserve what I got left of my voice. We'll do the live watch along. You'll start seeing the posters for it pop in probably a little bit after midnight. They start popping. I think I loaded up like six reminders. So if everybody could help me out, you know, like, comment, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. If you live near water, send a message in a bottle, you know. I don't know. I think I'm going to stick for the whole show. I'm going to, I mean, you got to have something to temper out what you're going to get after the after show. And we really don't know yet. Are they really seriously only going to do one match for 0 hour? I don't think so. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. I was thinking about that because right now we've only got the one match booked and Tony hadn't let anything else out the bag. So I was kind of curious as to what we were going to get besides that. Because please, if that's all we're getting for 0 hour, you're right. Avoid it. What's up, Steve? I see you, buddy. I see you over there. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot all about that. Reed loves Maximum MXM. You know, he loves them. Loves them. You know, but he loves it. I'm telling you right now, Catherine, he doesn't quite have the love like what you've got for Hangman Adam Page. I mean, that's just crazy. Oh, my goodness. He's like, I will be on the PlayStation. Yeah, I mean, thank you, Dev. I appreciate it. I mean, that's a flagship show. I'm trying to get it over to a British television. Hey, we got 27 viewers. It's starting to pop. There is a British television station that's listening since I'm carrying a lot of British wrestling. And I figured I needed to make something that would actually be a revenue generator. So I threw that out there just to give them a general idea how it would go together. Then, of course, I did this interview today, and it just like the audio went half-ass for like the first. The audio went half-ass on the interview for like the first 2 or 3 minutes. And, of course, I owned up to it right away because I know what happened. And I just didn't want to lose the content on it and so on and so forth. And you'll be thinking of Deanna No Pause. Now, see, here's the problem, Reese. Here's the problem. I'm going to message Tony Khan and tell him he needs to load up Deanna Purrazzo for 0 hour. Because I'm just evil like that. You know I am. I'll be like, you know, Tony, what would really work? I think you get a lot of viewers. If you put Deanna Purrazzo on. Might have a link yourself popping soon. Oh, that'll work. That'll work, yeah. So, but I'm working on some British television, and you know, there's a good shot with that. So I started throwing out a few things here and there. I'm going to probably do one for Wrestle Center after Revolution tomorrow night. I'm not going to do a review show, but when it's all said and done, I think I'm going to sit down and do something to go along with it for the other stuff. You know. Well, I didn't say all that now. I ain't trying to mess with you on that, but I was just thinking if we had Deanna Purrazzo on 0 hour, that might create quite a conundrum because, like, Reese, like, not watching MXM. But I figure we put Deanna Purrazzo on first, or not tell you when she's getting put on there, and then put, like, MXM and, like, I don't know, we'll have a Jericho match, and then we'll have Deanna Purrazzo. Or we could split the Deonna Purrazzo matchup in half, right? And have it come on before MXM, and then when MXM is off, have the rest of it between MXM and Chris Jericho. That would be perfect. Don't I promise I haven't had a thing to drink or a thing to smoke. I'm just picking with everybody because it's been all week, guys. And, you know, to say that I missed doing the show on Wednesday would be an understatement. I felt really bad about it. And I was like, you know, if I had enough juice on my cell, I'd have just linked up to the cell and ran it from there because, you know, I think I could probably pull enough through 5G to do it. Oh, Watanabe kicking out just at the last second there. I'll be honest with you, the best one I've seen so far out of Deonna Purrazzo, one of the matches she had with Thunder was pretty good. I tried to do that. I tried to do like a flower shop on that to highlight the match series they had. Didn't really take off that much. No big deal. I would have to say, too, that her match with Harley Cameron was pretty damn good, too, the way she put her over. So, what's up, Takara? Hey, we're over 30 viewers. How's everybody doing tonight? Like, comment, share. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We're going to be here till at least 10 o'clock. If we got enough viewers and everybody wants to hang out, we'll catch the Revolution pre-show as well. Mercedes looking a little bit nervous with the outcomes of this match here, but I guess she'll get over it. She's a grown woman. Oh, God. Oh, dear God. Catherine just sitting over there torturing Reese over here on the side. Not even apologetic, no pause. Catherine's just like, I'm going to mess with him tonight. Oh, Lordy.
This would be disastrous for Watanabe to lose here. Less than 24 hours ahead of her title match with the greatest TBS champion of all time. Watanabe kicks her way out of that. Follows Serena into the near side ropes.
I'll be honest with you, Reese. I think once she gets this master's degree knocked out or gets done with schoolwork, we'll be able to see, we'll be able to see a lot more of her. All right, Watanabe picking up the pin there. Pretty decent long match. They gave him some pretty decent time there. Quite a bit, actually. I'd say about 10, maybe 12 minutes in there. I kind of got lost in the action on that. And, of course, Mercedes is probably going to go up there and share some recipes with her. Oh. You know, I was thinking about that as well. I was thinking about that, Catherine. I was thinking we might could do that as well. I do need to get some rest, though, so I'm hoping MLW can get over with by, like, midnight. If they can get over with by midnight, we'll take a few minutes and... No, I don't, Takara. I don't. I'll be honest with you, Takara. I don't see Bayley working that speed. In fact, if you go back to my X page, or if you go to... I got it up on YouTube. I did an interview today with Kemper. Kemper really likes the WWE style. And, of course, off camera, we were like, he was talking about AEW, and it's like, I told him it was remarkable he could work both. But he said to me he was more into the storytelling and things like that. And I'm convinced that there are wrestlers that just love that style. They're not really there for the bag. Because, obviously, Kemper's not drawing a bag doing it right now. He's drawing money, but he's not getting a bag. Appreciate you. Appreciate you on that, Takara. But, I mean, if you go watch that interview, I mean, he is genuinely He is genuinely interested in being a WWE superstar. He likes the storytelling part of it, and he does like to work the matches as well, but he likes to tell the story with the matches, and he likes the promo. And he's really good with the promo, and, if he wants to go to WWE, I fully support it. I've gotten to that point. I woke up today with a little bit of a different worldview when it comes to wrestling overall. If people like it, that's fantastic. Doesn't mean that I have to go along with it, but I do have to respect other people's choices, and I think that Bayley suits the WWE style, and I just don't see her working her way into AEW because she's been doing the WWE style for so long that it would take her a year and a half to get up to passable speed on AEW. And once then, what's left after that? Because you don't know who they're going to snag you, and she doesn't either. They're trimming fat at AEW right now, just like they are at WWE. And, if she, no, Candice LeRae, I don't think Candice LeRae will ever have that speed. I've watched her try to go. Like, I've watched her try to, lose her mind for a minute and try to get away from the hard cam style. Yeah. What is your opinion how WWE quickly... Oh, they blew their load. That's pretty much it. They've gotten to the point now of where they need... Here's where it gets tricky. Here's where it gets tricky with this one. Stephanie McCool would be better going up to the main roster, but she just got that title. Julia is who they've got their eye apparently set on right now. I'm not 100% sure and can't swear to it, but it really feels like the vibe of the show feels like they've got their eye on Julia to move her up to the main roster, and verbally she ain't ready. And to be honest with you, physically she's not slowed down enough. She's not cadenced enough. She's not in step yet with that hard cam style. So I don't know. Either one of them, if you ask me, it's they blew their load on this one. They really did. They jumped at that match way too early, and yeah, that's pretty much it right there. If I had to call it there, they jumped at it way too early. I'd say they're probably at least 4 to 6 months too early with this match. And they really needed to let those title runs breathe for a little while, at least a couple of months. Let them get used to it. Yeah, I'm not arguing that, Reese. I'm just saying they made the decision to put the title on Julia, and they let Stephanie sit in the background, and the appearance was they were going to keep Julia down in NXT and promote Stephanie, and then they turned around and put that North American title on her. Now they've turned around and done this. So, one or the other. Oh, yeah. I'm not arguing that either, Dev. That sounds like a good one as well. It's like, I don't know overall. If I had to really, really, really sit down and think about it, I have a feeling one or the other, whoever wins the two, if they actually go that far with it and they don't get a fuck finish out of it, there we go. If we don't wind up with a fuck finish out of that match, whoever wins the titles is staying, the other one's getting called up. At least that's kind of the way it ought to be. Let's get some Will Ospreay in here. The Billy Goat about to speak.
The torture that I feel in my brain right now, I feel lost, I feel confused, I feel anxious that I'm entering a match physically spent, emotionally spent, entering a match that I've never participated in my entire flipping career. And against someone that I call my flipping brother. Tonight on my left arm, I wore my armband that symbols the United Empire. Whilst packing my bags saw that armband in the top corner and I brought that down and I wore it on my arm to hope that there's some little symbol, there's some little part of you that's still in there. That band,
There's still good in him.
that band of brotherhood, mate. Not just a faction, it's a band of boys that look after one another. Me, Kyle Fletcher, Mark Davis, Jeff Cobb, the Great O'Khan, Hanara, Francesco Akira, TJ Perkins, Callum Newman.
Yeah, she should have. I'm not going to argue that. I got no argument for that.
Took over Japan. Young, hungry boys that only cared about each other. And 1 year, mate, 1 year ago, after I defeated Takeshita, and I saw my best friend, the man that I put in my home, the man that has picked up my son with me,
Uh-oh.
met me ringside. And I knew we were going to get the band back together. I knew we were going to get the boys in, and we were going to take over AEW, but that ain't the case now. No longer are we taking over AEW's United Empire. We are standing in opposite corners, and this time we are locked inside a steel cage. And I'm coming into this like a wounded animal, bro. A wounded animal and locked inside a cage. I'm back into a corner. I've got no choice but to fight. I've got no choice but to look at my brother, a man that I love. I love you more than anything in this world. I've done anything for you.
Uh-oh.
I had to fight back. I had to fight with every ounce of energy that is in my body. And
Could be.
none of it ever that love that I have for you. Every night that you stand in my back, I will stab you right back. I will waiter your face across that flipping cage. I will end this once and for all.
Uh-oh.
My name is Will Ospreay, and I am on another level.
That's right. You know what? Will's starting to get his promo game together now to go along with that body of work he's got in the ring. This is... And this is Harley Cameron making her way to the ring. Looking as only she can look. Business about to pick up now. Not even trying it either. I'm with you. Tentavic. That's as far as we're going here. Tentavic. That's it. You know what, Catherine? I absolutely do not disagree with you. That could make a good one. What in the hell? Awkward ref botch. Yep, that's correct. Tentavic. Hey. Hey, that ain't an announcer botch right there. I looked at that and went, nah, I'm good. I went, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm totally good. Feel the wrath. Yes. Or better yet, feel the choke. You're doing smoked ribs tonight. Oh my goodness gracious! Now y'all just trying. Now you're just trying to make me feel bad, man. Because now I'll be starving. Look at what? You know what? I'm not reading too much into this, but Harley Cameron's actually letting her work. This is actually not bad. Your opinion is wrong, Reese. Catherine has spoken. Catherine has spoken. Yeah, something like that. Oh, man, that's cool. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Takara, I appreciate you, buddy. Hey, we're almost to 40 viewers. That's amazing. I didn't know that we'd have that many tonight. I'll just be honest with you. I didn't know if we'd have that many or not. But, hey, you know, When you've been gone for a week, you can't expect everybody to just jump back in like they were your buddies, you know? Harley Cameron. Harley picking up the win like that. Harley Cameron versus Ariana Grace. It's not even close. Ariana Grace is good, don't get me wrong, but, I mean, like I said, but Harley just did a little bit of something here. I would love to do that. I'm going to do that a little bit later on the next one. I will. I promise. Let's see what we got here. Maybe we can do that. There we go. How about that? And Catherine's in heat. Catherine's like, wait a minute, y'all, shut up, shut up. Just, yeah, Catherine's like, shut up. There we go. There we go. Yep. Catherine ain't said a word here. Catherine's stuck. Oh, yeah. Takara, there's a lot of things going on. If you catch Reese there, Weekly Steel Chair, he covers it too. I mean, and Catherine covers it too. Catherine, he said blue. That's right. He asked for it. Damn it. Damn it, he asked for it. And here comes the infantry. Goodness gracious. Yeah. And that can mean only one thing. We're going to be getting a throwback to 1984. That's right. The Outrunners are going to be taking on the Infantry here. Infantry making their way to the ring. This is a warm-up match for the Outrunners. Yeah, Fletcher and Ospreay. Solid mic work going into this thing. I think they probably have. I think they've probably done something here. Oh, no, I got it backwards. Undisputed. I forget who. I thought they... Wait a minute. I looked at that wrong. Well, it happens. I look at match cards all the time, so it ain't a big deal. So, Undisputed Kingdom, the Infantry. This might actually be a pretty damn good match. There we go. See what else we got going on here. Ooh. Yeah, like I said, we got the three of us in here right now. You got the Mid Podcast, you got the Weekly Steel Chair, and of course you're live here with me on Graps TV and the Sicko Show. Tried to make that thing a little bit bigger up there so everybody can see it. Now there will not be video tomorrow for Revolution. I don't put that on video. It's too easy to get, and you know, even if you don't want to pay, there's people out there that know how to get it. Oh, hello. That's right. Sure as hell did, didn't he? Let's see where we're at with this. Take this thing, put it right over here. There we go. Put it right over here. That way everybody can see it. That's a better shot. Put it right over here. I know I got that monitor sitting up there, but people wanted a bigger screen. This is where I can put it where it'll actually not cause me to drop frames. So that corner over there's got way too much going on there. That right there, I'm still kind of sorting that one out in my head. My first instinct is what Catherine said, it is pure nepotism. And the other part of it is I want to hear the whole story on that one, because I just don't know that Mickie James gets that. Well, I do know that she gets that bad a rap at some points in time here. So I don't. You got me on that one. I know why. I think nepotism in the background. I think that's part of the problem there. Not going to argue that at all, because it's just, number one, it ain't wrong. But there's got to be something else going on there as well, because she's actually popular. If she weren't popular, I'd say that's the problem. But you know, I mean, you could say nepotism, and the other side of it being that she's not that popular, because sometimes it doesn't hurt to say she's just not that popular. There we go. Now I got it where it needs to go. It's not uncommon to say she's just not that popular, but nepotism to me is probably a solid 80% of it, but there's a 20% that we don't know, and that's the part that I'm waiting to ferret that out. And we got a whole year to figure it out, because they're not going to be right back with this. You know. Ruh-roh. See what we got here. Oof. Oh yeah. Roddy has been on fire. Not enough for 3. I mean, that's, hang on, they're getting ready to go to picture-in-picture there. Let me kill the audio on that. That's my whole thing there, too. I mean, you've got Bubba. You can get rid of Bubba just as easy. And the best part of it is you can have a 50-50 thing right there. You could have Michelle McCool. You could have Mickie James. You know, there's a lot of things you could do with it. But it's the main answer to the question is it's WWE. They get something anchored with people that will anchor it, and then they go in there and try to put their little flavor on it. You know, so not saying it's not nepotism, and actually, Reese, you can have nepotism. If I put my wife in there, that's the same thing. Around here, nepotism applies to extended family, married family, and everything. I understand overseas it's just birthright, but, you know. And that's the other, that really is what's in the back of my mind, Reese. She's not compromised. We're over 40 viewers now. Thank you. That's the other part of it, too. I don't think Mickie James is compromised enough. And to be honest with you, I don't think she is as, I keep saying this over and over again, I don't think she's a hard cam style wrestler. I don't think she ever was. You know, if you go back and you look at everything that she used to do, look at her old stuff and things like that, it's pretty fluid. Yeah, that Takara is probably, in all honesty, it's probably, that's, you're figuring it out. You're figuring it out on your own here. You're starting to get to a conclusion. You know, and I tell my child, or my son, he ain't no child, that's for sure. I tell my son all the time, don't be great, because if you're great, you're not promotable, and if you're too great, you piss everybody off, and it's 10 times the work. You can be great in your mind, you can be great at home, but when you're on the job, work up to the level that doesn't piss everybody off and doesn't work you to death. And I don't think Mickey's got that trigger on her. I don't think she's got that gear. You know, I work just hard enough. People work, if you think about it for what it is and not what I want it to be, I mean, the boss gives you just enough that you won't quit. You work just hard enough not to get fired. That's a good balance right there. Because we don't have any more of your employer going all in and the employee giving everything they got, because if you're too good, you're unpromotable, you know? If you're way good at what you do, you're unpromotable. If you're not good at it, then, you know, it is what it is. I don't think Mickey ever had that gear. I really don't. A lot of people have that gear. You work with them everywhere. They're just good enough not to get fired, and the boss pays them just enough that they don't quit. Everybody's got that person they work with. And that person always seems to go places and everybody else doesn't. I learned a long time ago, if you give too much, you get too little. So, that is part of it too, because WWE, if they don't create it, they don't want it around them. So there's nothing wrong with that either. And that's just a fact. I mean, it is what it is on those. So let's see what we got here. They are working like the rents do around here. That's fact. Got a double hot tag. Let's see how this works out. Hang on a second. I'm going to adjust this camera and see if I can't get a little better angle on this. Hang on a second.
O'Reilly relatively fresh, straight into the ankle lock.
Got it hooked. Got the ankle lock, took the watch out from behind.
Into the sleeper with a choke at the same time. But look at O'Reilly. Refused over there.
Get that
Nearly
thing a little bit
went out.
there.
High angle backdrop driver. Axe and smash.
And out goes Sean Dean. And now, Kyle O'Reilly, jaw set. Carly Bravo saw it coming, nothing he could do. Forearm shot of Bravo, but no.
Guillotine with the body.
Oh, he's got him locked up now. Oh yeah, if she wants to stay working, she'll keep her mouth shut. That's pretty much how it goes. And yeah, that's the way it is in most promotions now. A lot of them are like that. Like I said, we had a pretty candid interview today. Pulled back the veil a little bit, but even then, he's like, "There's only so much I can say," and I'm like, "I'm cool with it." You know, you can't. The smart people don't put themselves in a position to be hated, because there's just too much money to be made in the business to get yourself out of it that quick, as quickly as you got in it. We're almost to 50 viewers. That's amazing. And Roderick Strong picking up the pin there. Undisputed Kingdom, still undisputed. Part of me wonders why they're not in the tag team title picture, but the rest of me knows. So, well, I mean, it's like that in a lot of things. I mean, it's like that in a lot of promotions. I can't just single one out. Let's hear what Callis got to say. Hey, we just hit 50 viewers. I would like to warn everybody in advance, we are about to get learning treed. Damn it. Oh, crap. I've been doing okay, Takara. Not too bad. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that either, Reese. But I've been doing pretty good. I mean, we starting to get some traction overseas, and starting to get traction in the markets I want to get traction in. So things are starting to look good. Things are starting to do pretty good. My actual shoot job got a promotion there too. Been a good week overall. Been a bit busy and stressful week, but overall it's been a pretty good week. I can't complain. I don't think Jericho's going to be on Revolution. No, I think right now we're Jericho free. If it is, he's going to be in the 0 Hour show. Let me kill this. They are actually on a commercial. Give me about 60 seconds. I'll be right back on that one. Just hang tight. And I'm back. Yeah, I saw that. But yeah, it should be on the 0 Hour. They should. I mean, if they're going to do that, the Ring of Honor title should be at the end of 0 Hour, cutting into the main show. I'm not foreseeing Jericho on the main show. We've got Orange Cassidy off the main show, so life is good. So, I mean, overall, that makes it good for me. If they'll keep him on 0 Hour, I'm good with that. And starting to lean towards what Reese says, I may not cover 0 Hour. I don't know, man. I want to keep my emotions and my energy high. You know, I want to keep good high energy going into Revolution. I'll probably cover 0 Hour anyway. I mean, I can't short him. He's put us a good card together here. I mean, I can wade through a little bit of swamp to get over to the island, if so to speak. The island of relevancy. The actual relevancy, so to speak. Oh, there's Mox. Damn, Mox is cooking. Oh. Huh. Wow. And we're almost to 60 viewers. Thank you guys very much. Thank you, thank you. We're sitting at 59 on my end. We're close. Oh boy, here comes the match of the night right now. Hologram and I think it's Mystico, correct? I could be wrong on that one. But here comes Hologram right now. This is going to be a tight one to call right here. Hologram making his way to the ring right now. Hologram. That was, I gotta say, man, that promo was just on another level right there. Mox just went and did the promo of the year right there. That was fire right there. I didn't want to talk through it at all. Dralistico, I'm sorry, I said Mystico. Dralistico, blah, blah, blah. That wouldn't be a bad match either. I'd like to see Bandito and Hologram. I think we had that a couple weeks ago. Who did Hologram fight a couple weeks? Did he not fight Bandito? No, he hadn't fought Bandito yet. No. We got Dralistico. We got a Hologram. This match right here going to be the match of the night. I honestly would have put this on. I honestly would have put this match on last. This one right here I would have put on last. There we go. He can be on the big. Yeah, he can be on the. They can be on 0 hour. That still gets him there. Ooh. Wow. I agree, Reese. I agree. That should be Bandito's title to win, not Gravity. I don't even like Gravity's gimmick getting to the ring. I don't even like that. I don't like the gimmick. I don't. And I'm honest about it. I don't like the gimmick. I've seen Gravity a couple of times, and the only thing Gravity does is drag you down. That's just basically it. I'm not exactly Gravity's biggest fan yet. Maybe he'll grow on me. I don't know. But Dralistico's starting to kind of take over this match a little bit. Yeah, what he said. Yeah, and from what I've seen of Gravity so far, he really drags you down. He's named appropriately because you watch him wrestle and you feel infinitely dumber for having done it. You know, it's just a fact. Oh, hello. Big solid suicide dive. I tell you what, I think Hologram's got the best suicide dive in professional wrestling right now. Because he actually rides that thing all the way out. That's how you do it. That's how it's done. Let's see what we got here. Ruh-roh with that flying hurricanrana. Whoa! Jalisco not bad either, but I still say Hologram's got the best suicide dive in all of wrestling. I don't get the chant. It sounds like they're chanting for Yuta. Oh, Lord. Oh, you saw Carlos too, huh? Yeah, I noticed that the other night when I was watching Dynamite. Now I have a general idea, you know? Oh. Oh, my Jesus, Aubrey. Shut the fuck up. No shit. Thanks. Oh, nice splash. Oh, solid kick. All right, let me kill this around here. Oh, I know. Patricia, we don't have a problem with luchadors. We have a problem with the referee that's in the ring right now because she's kind of what you call an attention hog, so to speak. And when she's in the match, she tries to insert herself. Not as bad as she used to be, because I have seen some of the older stuff, and I get where everybody was coming from with that. But, yeah, she tries to be just a little too much part of the match. And they are really tearing it up. They are tearing it up around here. See what we got. See what we got. Yeah, Reese, I'm not arguing with you on that either. You get no argument out of me on that one at all because you're right. She should be working at Burger King. That is correct. So. And from what I can see, they are definitely putting on a solid one here. Well, I mean, it would be an insult to Burger King. Maybe we could get her at, like, Dollar General or something. Maybe they'll build a Dollar General just for her. We can get her there. Because that wouldn't be an insult to Dollar General, trust me. So, I'm pondering what we're going to do at 10 o'clock, which is roughly in about an hour. I'm trying to see how tired I am and everything else. Cause I've had a pretty full day today. I didn't forget about MLW. I just didn't know if I was going to be covering it. So we may still cover it. I haven't really made up my mind yet. Give me about 20-25 more minutes. If I'm still this tired, we might have to shut her down tonight at 10 o'clock and pick up tomorrow with Revolution. We might have to. I'm just giving you a heads up because truly, honestly, I am pretty damn exhausted. It's been a pretty long week and it was a pretty long day today. Pause. I'm thinking about it though. I might. Let me see where I'm at physically here in about the next 30 minutes. If I'm really, really tired, we'll figure it out. We'll all just sit around maybe in a space or something like that and just kind of shoot the shit, however you want to do it. But yeah, I'm trying to revive. If they get out of this picture-in-picture thing here, I think I'd be okay. I will say this, though. Dralistico giving hologram, from what I can see. There we go. Yeah, Dralistico giving hologram what for in this match here. It's definitely not been a slow pace. Uh-oh. Spanish fly on the outside on the concrete floor. Hello. Holy shit. Wow. That was something else right there. Yeah, Steve, I'm trying not to because I know. Looking at this Revolution card that we've got now, of course, figuring out Jericho's going to be another match that's on there. It's unadvertised. We got 60 viewers in the house here. Y'all know as much as I do that Revolution card is going to be a 5-hour. So I have a bad feeling we're going to be rolling in. We're going to be rolling out of Revolution probably midnight, 1 o'clock. You know, it's going to be a long night with Revolution. So I'm kind of thinking it might be the best move to pace myself on this and pick it up tomorrow for Revolution when I've got a whole lot of energy. Might even go get something caffeinated. Who knows? Just to make sure we get all the way through it. But yeah, no, I'm not going to push myself too hard. I'm going to see how I'm feeling in about 20 more minutes. If I'm still feeling this tired in 20 minutes, we're definitely going to call it a night at 10 o'clock. However that equates to everybody else. If I'm still feeling this tired, we're going to call it a night in 50 minutes, basically. So that way I can be rested, relaxed, and ready to go for tomorrow for AEW Revolution. And by the way, guys, you're going to start seeing a whole lot more of a push to get more British content on here as well. I've got a couple of them that I'm talking to in addition to Progress, in addition to North. North is actually my home promotion overseas now. I have a couple more that I'm talking to, and of course if I'm interviewing the wrestlers and the wrestlers keep giving me the kind of compliments I'm getting, I don't see it being a problem. I really don't. I don't see it being a problem to be more British heavy, and of course putting the effort in for AEW, because AEW is where it all started for me. I'm never letting that go. The only reason I missed on Wednesday is because we had a tornado touchdown not too far from where I'm at. So, I mean, we had all kinds of serious issues. So I just stayed in and live tweeted. You know, I live tweeted from the phone. I'm like, I'm going to do something for the viewers. If anybody's watching, they'll catch it. Oh, flying code breaker. I don't know what they called it. It doesn't matter, but. Didn't get to trade, did you? But yeah, we know that card, the way it's laid out and the way it's stacked already, and the amount of time they're going to have to give. Yeah, Catherine, that's what I'm trying to say. The amount of time they're going to have to give some of those matches. I'm not going to be shocked if we're here at midnight and we still hadn't gotten to the main event. If we're here at midnight and we've gotten to the main event, I will be proud of Tony's time management, but I will feel like we've left something on the table. So I'm fully expecting to be here at midnight tomorrow night. Oh, and by the way, guys, for those of us here in the States, don't forget, the government comes and claims that hour they gave us back in October or November. They coming for it tonight. So whatever it is right now, basically you got to remember, technically it's 10 o'clock. It technically is after 10 o'clock on the East Coast right now. We just hadn't figured it out yet. And I keep telling jokes that technically means I'm going to wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning as opposed to 5 or 6. Sometimes I wake up at 5 a.m., sometimes I wake up at 6 a.m. Just means I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. tomorrow. And I'm going to be out here busting it to get everything done, get everything situated, and get ready for AEW Revolution. Both guys down in the ring right now. Uh-oh. What in the bull hi he ho ho? Okay, y'all about to see something cool because one of the feeds I've got is about 30 seconds ahead of this. What in the fee-fi? A flying Canadian destroyer. That is something else right there. And Dralistico blatantly putting his feet on the ropes. Aubrey Edwards catching that one right away. That's part of what I'm concerned about, Dev. I'm concerned that this is going to be a 1 a.m. thing. Almost enough for 3. So, yeah, I'm probably going to cut it off tonight at 10 o'clock. Pause. I'm probably going to shut it all down at 10 o'clock tonight because we know, just looking at this card, we know it's going to be a long-ass night. Hologram picking it up with a helicopter spin into a power bomb. Aubrey, let the man get his head on straight before you pick him right back up. He just spun that guy around 195 times. Here comes Beast Mortos. I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be mad at this match right here being on 0 hour tomorrow night either. And here comes Commander right on cue. Boom. Commander in there single-handedly holding off Dralistico. Uh-oh. Ain't no fun when the rabbit's got the gun. Well, I'll tell you what, Warner's probably sitting there celebrating his ass off. Warner's probably sitting there going, yeah, kill that son of a bitch. Dralistico Beast Mortal. I wouldn't be mad at this at a tag team match tomorrow night. And, of course, FTR did not shake hands on that, too. See what we got here. Hang on.
After Wednesday, then losing to you guys on Saturday in a match we should have won. Emotions ran high, got the better of us, and that's my bad. We're more professional than that.
Not me. I don't apologize for not shaking your hand last week. I don't apologize for anything last week. I think the only thing maybe I apologize for is stooging myself off to the referee. You guys were in the ring with the absolute best tag team on this planet, okay? I think we can all agree with that. Yep. And the absolute best tag team on this planet should have won that match last week. Kyle!
Yes?
Did you hear that, dude? Because I'm pretty sure the best tag team on the planet did win.
Ha 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 ha. Too true. But you know what? To be fair, the victory was tainted. So we'll do the right thing. Let's run it back next week on Collision in Las Vegas.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's do
So they're going to run it back on Collision in Las Vegas.
Wait, Danny. Hey, listen. You know damn well that I deserve a rematch for that TNT championship. But after tonight, I guess we'll have to wait and see if you're still champion.
That's cute. I guess we will see. And as much as I would love to stand here and continue this conversation with you, I gotta go defend my title.
Oh, dear God.
I will.
Well, Danny, let's get out of here.
Come on.
Oh, dear God. Oh, and they're back to a commercial again. Give me about 30 seconds, 60 seconds. I'll be right back here. Just want to make sure that we don't catch any crazy stuff coming in here when they're scanning for commercials. And I'm back. I spared y'all a commercial about probiotics, okay? That is basically what I did. I spared you a commercial for probiotics. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I'm really starting to think that. So we're going to shut this stream down at 10 o'clock. Doesn't mean that I won't be watching a little bit of MLW on the way to bed or something like that right there, but it definitely means that I'm not going to be sitting on this mic talking. And yeah, because I know I got 5 hours minimum ahead of me. I know I got 5 hours. And that's if I don't do 0 hour. If they've got a 0 hour card that works, I'm going to check and see if they're actually posting anything besides the stuff that was already announced. Give me a second here. Yeah, they did. They did actually. I'm looking at the card right now. I'm looking at the match tile for it. Chris Jericho and Gravity are going to be on. Let me turn this up again. Yeah, Chris Jericho and Gravity are definitely 0 hour. It's here for Tony. Positioning it correctly. Ah. Yes. I am really hoping this is going to be a squash match. I hate to say that. I like the Outrunners, but they don't belong in this spot. They really don't. I love the Outrunners to death. I love the gimmick. I love it all. Speaking of the Outrunners, here come the Outrunners. I like how they switched to the 4x6 pain for them too. It's hilarious. And true to my word, I'm sticking with the fact that I think the Outrunners are actually going to go over the Hurt Syndicate. I'm sticking with that. I said it. I stand by it. Everybody's got a plan until the bell rings. The premier athletes on their way to the ring.
Everybody knows this is Tony Nese and Arya Daivari, and everybody also knows that the premier athletes should be the team going for the tag team titles this Sunday at Revolution. Not the
Yep, I'm preserving my ears for this because, yeah, daylight savings time kicked off World War I, Germany in 1916, U.S. in 1918 to save coal and fuel for the war. Yeah, because you know what? I have made many a quilt longer by cutting a foot off the top and adding it to the bottom. That's a Native American proverb right there. Yeah, they messing with it a little bit. Mickey said he was going to have something different out. So yeah, I mean we have become the only species in the world that thinks you can cut a foot off, add it to the bottom, and make it longer. But you know, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's going to happen. And we've got to factor in for that, too, obviously, over here in the States, Reese, because that 1 hour just screws you all up. You don't realize it yet. Excuse me. Pollen's kicking up, too. I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. That's you know, I said we're going to have some kind of crazy fuck finish in it. I said it in my little pre-show that I dropped the other day. Actually dropped on Thursday because I was supposed to do an interview Thursday night, and the participant for the interview did not quite make it to the show. Hopefully everything's all right with Paige. I hope she's okay, because generally I've never had a problem out of it, which is why I really haven't said anything. She's got a good reputation, good word. So I'm not saying anything negative at all because she's a good gal and she got CRPS, and that's what we were going to talk a little bit about anyway. But since she didn't show up, I said, you know what, fuck it. I'll just do this show that I've been trying to get off of my plate for like the last 2 weeks. I may do another one tonight just to get it off my plate. So, you know, it's just... But basically, they are definitely making 0 Hour live up to its name right now. Who knows, though? Maybe we'll get a hologram match in there to kind of balance it out because, yeah, something about having the Boom Boys and Chris Jericho in 0 Hour just makes me want to go, yep, they booked it right. They booked it completely right. I honestly don't see why they wouldn't be, but I'm with Covalent on this one. They're the flavor of the month for the AEW fans, and really, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm guilty. All right, they're heading straight picture in picture, so I'm going to turn the volume down. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get away from these commercials. So if you need some Blue Diet cat food, I know a guy. I'll be honest with you too. This Novocaine movie coming out has got me kind of intrigued from a wrestling standpoint. Do you realize what a wrestling character would be like named Novocaine, who felt no pain whatsoever? Do you know how blasphemously crazy it would be to book a show with a dude that feels absolutely no pain? That's how he wins his matches. I mean, I gotta be honest. I think AEW missed a golden opportunity with this idea right here. Novocaine, we wouldn't call him Novocaine, obviously. I don't know what you'd call him, but yeah, I mean, or her. But to have an actual character, an in-ring character that was incapable of feeling pain, can you imagine the booking you could do with something like that right there? With a Novocaine, so to speak? That would be absolutely insane right there. Oh, Reese. I know, buddy. I know. Do you guys spring forward an hour or two? Because some countries don't do that. And by the way, if you're in the United States of America, Indiana does not do that. Messes with their cows. And I don't think Arizona does it either. I don't think Arizona does. I know Indiana doesn't do it because it messes with their cows. But I mean, you could book Darby Allin like Novocaine. You're already booking him that way anyway. Well, they gotta have some kind of filler. I'm with you on that still, but at least he's kept him on the 0 hour show, and it's not going to infect the main show. I'm good with that. If there's 0 hour stuff, that's where they're supposed to be. Although, I mean, if you're being realistic, if we're looking at this for what it is, not what we want it to be, if 0 hour is to tempt you to buy the show, this is what I would like to see at Dynasty, because we're not going to get it tomorrow. I would like to see 3 solid mid-card matches for 0 hour for Dynasty. Because if the goal of 0 hour is to attract buy rate, this ain't it, my guy. Maybe you'll get some nostalgia freaks for Chris Jericho, and that might get you 1, 2, 3 buys or something like that. But if you had like Nick Wayne rolling a program, just think about it. If you had like Nick Wayne and Hook, if you had Nick Wayne and Hook, and then you had Undisputed versus, yeah, exactly. Let's have Undisputed versus Dustin and Sammy Guevara, Texas guys. Do that one, and then maybe we put Orange Cassidy in a match with Chris Jericho. Yes! We could have Orange Cassidy going after the Ring of Honor title, and you could curtain jerk that thing. And there's your 0 hour. You'd have a couple of matches that you could actually sell the pay-per-view with, which is kind of what 0 hour is supposed to be doing. That's the point of the pre-show. I did a pre-show for North. Yeah, that too. All right, here's the hot tag run. What in the world? Big body slam. Here comes their version of Yeet. There we go. Yes, they are. Just enough, not enough. But not enough for 3. Yeah, I see the Hurt Syndicate rolling up on the show. You're like a solid 2 minutes ahead of me, man. Seriously. Feels like it anyway. And, of course, the Outrunners picking up the 3 count. Oh, that Outrunners thing where they do that and drop the elbow, that's their version of yeet. That's literally what that is. It's a gimmick move. That's all it is. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good. I mean, for me, I'm personally entertained by them. Because they come from actually my generation. I saw them when I was young. I know who I'm looking at. And I'm simply shocked that they've lasted this long. Thank you, Separatist, whatever. Appreciate you. Hang around if you want to. But yeah, I saw them when I was younger. That thing where they clasp hands and do the double elbow in the middle of the ring, that's their version of yeet. Yeah, see, I'm not arguing that either. I'm not arguing that at all. We could do Queen Aminata and Red Velvet, but I don't want to make the pre-show an entire Ring of Honor show. That's where I was going with that. And Nick Wayne and Hook are their young talents. And theoretically, if I'm looking at it on paper, the both of them can go. So if I'm looking at it on paper the right way, yeah, I mean, they're in good shape. So, I mean, I'm not saying that they should be. That's the only reason I would put them there. That is literally the only reason I would put them there. They're going through the Revolution card, and every time they go through these matches, my investment rating goes up another point. That's just basically it. When I have to keep looking at them and my brain has to keep processing, my investment ratings in this show go up a point every day. I think I'm somewhere at a 20 right now. A 20 out of 10. I'm sold out enough that I'm willing to stay up half the night and drag into work tomorrow, drag into work on Monday. I'm willing to stay up and drag into work on Monday just for that. Here comes MJF. Yeah, that's good. I like that. I see what you did there. They've outran their youth, too, trust me, because they weren't exactly young puppies when I grew up watching them. I've seen them. When they started showing it and I started doing the research, I'm like, yeah, I've seen them. I've seen them somewhere. And then I go and look it up. Yeah, they were fresh out of my old territory days. So, MJF. I'm going to go one step further. I think they should have let him light the match. I think they should have let him light the match on Wednesday. But it was clear that Hangman didn't have the protective gel on. I know why they stopped it. See, the one thing they did at Double or Nothing last year, I don't know if anybody really seriously noticed this, but one little chef's kiss thing they did there in Anarchy in the Arena was they had... oh, God, Jack Perry. It's been so long since we've seen Jack Perry on television, I almost forgot he was still there. But they had Jack Perry dumped into a bucket of ice water in the middle of the match. And, of course, when they pan back and get the camera back out to the show, that gave them an opportunity to gel him down. So when he came out and they set him on fire, he had fire-resistant gel covered on him. But one of the things they did that was absolutely outstanding was to dunk him in that ice water. I'm not missing a bit of this, Steve. I hope you guys hang out with me tomorrow night. I hope you do. I mean, you don't have to. There'll probably be 10,000 people doing shows. So I mean, I'm not going to be terribly mad if I lose some viewers over it. I don't mind. Because, around here I get the viewers that are our family, so to speak, as we talk about all the time. You are the star, I am the conduit. I'm not the star of this show. Fans are. The viewers are. So I say that all the time. You're the star, I'm the conduit. That's all we're doing right here. But like I said, again, not to have anybody upset tomorrow, there will be audio. There will not be video. No video. There will be audio through the whole show, though. I will have the audio piped in so that we can listen to everything. But I will not be piping video through there. You're going to have to buy the pay-per-view. And the same thing with my British shows. I do audio, but I don't do video because Triller's $8 a month. It's just not that expensive, guys. It's not that crazy. It's not that complicated. They are taking another commercial break. We'll be back in approximately 30 seconds on this one. Be right back, guys. And I'm back. Of course, they're doing some of the coolest commercials right now, too, obviously. So, yeah. Like I said, we're definitely going to have audio tomorrow night. Thank you, Catherine. That is the second coolest compliment I've gotten all day. When I sit down and do some of the work that I'm doing here, I mean, obviously, Kemper left me a comment in the DMs after we shot that interview, after he watched the video with the janky audio in it. And he sent me the nicest compliment that I think anybody could get in this business at all, wrestling or podcasting. And one of these days, when it calms down, I'll share it with everybody. But yeah, I mean, we're working through it here. So hang tight a second. I'll be right back, guys. Give me just a second.
Your Collision main event is set for one fall and is for
champion, a true champion, and I can tell you from experience just how dangerous and capable this man is. We saw last
I'm back. Apologize for that. Apparently, we got a wild hog running around, and it just ran into the house. That was basically it. My bad. And right now, we got Lee Moriarty going up against Daniel Garcia for the TNT title. That's getting ready to happen right here, right now, right here, right now. I gotta say, he's looking over with the crowd. I'm just really pulling for Lee Moriarty. Nah, I'm kidding, guys. You know what? I'm a fan first, analyst second when it comes to the watch-along shows and all that. I could heavily analyze this, and I'm not going to because I'm just not going to. But at least looking around here like, you know, hey, some stuff's getting ready to happen here, dude. You might want to pay attention. And, of course, we've got 19 minutes for this match. We are at our Collision main event, obviously, and we've got 64 viewers in the house. Thank you guys very much. Way more than I thought I was going to have for the night. Of course, I understand being off the streams for a whole week does kind of slow business down a little bit. But absolutely, positively, guys, let's see if we can't pack this joint out tomorrow night for AEW Revolution. I will more than likely be doing the 0 hour show because I'm a glutton for punishment. Why the hell not? You know? But that's what we're going to do. We're going to get live for this. We're going to get happy. We're going to be rolling through for AEW Revolution tomorrow night. We will start at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and approximately 7.5 hours later, I will probably be looking like a zombie on crack. But you know what? Hey, why not? But I still think this booking decision here to keep this title on Daniel Garcia needs to be studied. I will. I'm just going to say that right there. And, you know, Reese, when it comes to that, I have not seen the first Anarchy in the Arena yet. That's one of the things I plan on watching this weekend at some point in time, because I've heard that from more than one person. I'm a little bit biased because when I came into AEW, kind of a funny story here. I've been watching Covalent TV for, I don't know, probably about a month and a half, give or take, maybe 2 months. And I was still kind of getting used to their style and everything else. And I was sitting there finding myself disagreeing with a lot of shit, you know. But they'd let me talk, and I was like, or at least they let me type. You know what I mean? They read my comments. That might not be a bad one there either, Dev. I'm not going to argue with you on that. That might not be bad either. But basically, it was almost like a bet. Buy the pay-per-view, watch it. If you don't like it, you know, hey, we'll figure it out. So I was like, okay, if you watch it, if I'm wrong, if he was wrong, he'd pay for it. So I'm like, hey, this is a no-win, this is a no-lose situation. I get to watch a free pay-per-view because I'd already made up my mind I wasn't going to like it, and then I started watching it, and it fucked that whole thing up. I'm like, 2 matches in, I'm like, well, that $50 is gone because I'm honest. I wasn't going to come back and say, nah, I hated it just for the free $50, okay? But yeah, that's where it got started with me in AEW. It was a Double or Nothing last year, so I'm a little partial to that Anarchy in the Arena match because that was the sell. The fire was the sell. Yeah. He's the pancreas if we have diabetes. then yeah, he could be the pancreas of Collision because we'd all have diabetes. I will say this though, just a slight little, not even a real criticism, just a thought. They run that move right there that Daniel Garcia did. They run that move back at least once a week. It's losing its impact. I mean, it's definitely devastating, but if Brody King's on there, you can guarantee it's going to happen. Daniel Garcia's on there, you can guarantee it's going to happen. And lately, if Will Ospreay's on there, you can guarantee it's going to happen. I think that particular move right there is losing steam. It's losing steam with me. Not that that really matters. It's not like Tony Khan's going to go, holy shit, Matt doesn't like it, I'm going to stop doing it. Yeah, I don't think so. But I think for that one particular move there, that whole run across and everything and fly into, I think that's a Brody King thing that Brody King needs to do. You know, not going to lie about that. So... Lee Moriarty having the advantage right now is just, it's a flashing pan, but you know what we mean. Trying to kind of see there, the window's kind of small. Lee Moriarty seems to be making a little bit of a comeback in this match here. I don't even think for a solid second that Moriarty's going over. I think they're just kind of giving you the feel like he could. But yeah, I mean, he seems to be holding his own right now. Solid knee there. Daniel Garcia questioning life decisions there, obviously. Let's see what we got here. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh, okay. That's what it is. Okay, now I know what I'm dealing with here. I mean, it is. I understand where you're coming from on that, Deb. It's just Garcia is not one of my personal favorites, analytically speaking. From a fan perspective, I can see how he's going over. Don't get me wrong. From a fan perspective, I think I understand why he's going up. No, Reese, I really do understand why he's over. I understand why he's over. I can see it. You know, I'm not going to stand there with my attitude up on my shoulders going this, that, and the third. Not saying anybody else is, but, I mean, I see the entrance to the ring. I saw the fans just basically getting all over it. Now, when that starts to slow down, that gives us the justification to say, all right, get the belt off of him. But for this one instance where they're at right now, I can see the fan appreciation of Daniel Garcia. So I'm not going to sit there and go, this is a horrible booking decision. I can't because it doesn't match what I see. Now, if I saw the fans sitting there with their thumbs up their ass and they were just looking around or looking at their phones for the entire entrance or something, kind of like they do when the Elaine show up a lot. You know, in the building there, you'll get like a third of the crowd that gets behind the Acclaimed, and they just go nuts for him and everything. The rest of them are checking their phone. I'm like, okay, Tony, time to pull the plug. When Daniel Garcia gets to that point, then yeah, I'll be right there with you saying it's too long. Pause. But you know, until what I saw on that entrance slows down a little bit. Yeah, and that's the part of it too. See, Dev is a fan. Not saying that in a bad sense or anything like that. Dev is actually looking at this like a fan, and that's what I do for the watch-alongs. Now, if we get analytical about it, I can see where you're coming from, Reese. But from a fan perspective, I can see exactly where Dev's coming from. I mean, he's sitting here talking about main title. Because there's a lot of people right now sitting in that crowd thinking main title. And he somehow connects to him. And I know everybody pretends like that's not happening. I mean, I like I said, Reese, we're both looking at it as analysts here. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but if I'm the booker and I'm looking at this crowd basically getting all over him like a fresh fur coat, I'm like, okay, I'm booking right. I mean, I see the potential pitfalls for this entire thing. I see the pitfalls for the TNT title. Because he basically stole Jack Perry's aura when he got the title. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say, Reese. I can see that. I can see what you see, but I can see what Dev sees too. So, I mean, it's not like I'm trying to even have an argument about it. And I'm not. We're all buddies here. We talk this stuff live, just like I'm talking it right now. But I see why Tony could look at this crowd and go, yeah, I can keep the title on him. I think he's doing a disservice to the title. I think he basically buried Jack Perry when Jack Perry was on the come up. So I don't know where they're going to plug Jack Perry back in when they bring him back, if they bring him back. I haven't seen him in forever. I don't want to presume Tony's going to hang on to him, but if Tony does hang on to him, I don't know where they're going to plug him in after that. That was a burial. That was a first-class burial. They had a Cadillac hearse for that thing, too. Or if you're overseas and if you're in the UK, they had a Bentley hearse for that, you know? It was a first-class burial for Jack Perry. Looks like we're going to get a superplex. No. And not enough for 3. I don't think it was automated. No, I don't think it was artificial. I think Jack Perry actually worked on building. You got to see a lot of the Japan stuff that I saw too. The thing about Daniel Garcia that loses it for me, Dev, from a technical standpoint, is I think that I see what you see about it, but he's got too much of that Cena thing going on. You know, if he didn't have so much of that going on in the story, I think he would be a lot more believable. But I mean, from a technical standpoint, from an analytical standpoint, now from a fan standpoint, I'm loving it. That's the beautiful thing about doing these watch-alongs. I don't have to be analytical. If I have to put on my analytical hat, this match changes real quick and for a lot of reasons. Yeah. And he's still young. I get that. Double clothesline will get us at least 2 to 3 more minutes in this match. I think there's a couple of things that we could do that would fix Daniel Garcia from an analytical perspective too. First off, we need to put about 30 pounds on him, and it needs to be muscle. Second of all, he needs to stop that big fight John thing that happens with him almost every single fucking time. Like, he'll be getting his ass absolutely hammered, and then he just flukes out a win. That's that big match John thing going on there. If we got rid of that, put about 30 pounds on him, bulked him up just a little bit more, I could see him going in to a bigger title picture. And like Reese said, he could do the international scene for a couple of years. Come back with a little bit more knowledge, a little bit more skill, and a conglomeration, no pun intended, of different movesets picked up by working in different promotions like everybody else who's on the top cards does, except for Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega. You know, a lot of them work overseas just to pick up different ideas. Moriarty's got him in a submission. All right. Got him in the sharpshooter. This is another thing I disagree with, using the sharpshooter. I don't think he should be able to use it. See, there's just some little things you got to pull out of there. Now that I don't disagree with, Reese. He does act like he's confused. But a lot of them that aren't in the main title picture right now, they all look the same. I mean, Jack Perry, you can put that on Nick Wayne, you can put that on Hook, you can put that on Ciabatta Bread. Pile Driver. And Daniel Garcia pulling the win out with the Pile Driver. So yeah, Daniel Garcia picking up the win here. Do we have some kind of run-in, interference looking sort of thing here? I think we're getting our third 0-hour match here. I think we're going to get Daniel Garcia on 0 hour. And, of course, Undisputed coming down to help Daniel Garcia and run everybody off. I don't know how this is going to play out, but it does look like we may wind up with a Daniel Garcia match on 0 hour. Whew. They're going to be doing the countdown show here, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to go ahead, like I said earlier, it is getting close to 10 o'clock tonight. I am going to go ahead and close that one out right there. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with me tonight on Gramps TV and The Sicko Show. I've been your host, the Matty Man, for a live AEW Collision watch-along. We had 66 viewers. I really appreciate that. You guys are the stars. And I am but the conduit. But for right now, I'm going to have to let it go for the night. Let it go. Anyway, we're going to have to let it go. And we're going to pick back up tomorrow night, 0 hour. I will make all of this back up here. We'll pick it up tomorrow night, 0 hour, 6:30 p.m. And we will run until Revolution has revolted. Yes, thank you, Patricia. And like I said, there won't be video for it, but there will be audio. So just a reminder of that, because it's a pay-per-view. We don't broadcast pay-per-views. Just so you know, I don't broadcast the video for pay-per-views. But just sort of a quick reminder, you will get the audio part of it though. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and head on out, get some rest, go to bed, cover up my head and sleep a little bit, get ready for tomorrow, and we'll see you tomorrow, okay? So for until then, good night, God bless, and good night, America, wherever you are. Good night, everybody. Good night, Steve. Y'all have a good one.